guys, it's Bricks, and we're back here with another LEGO video. This is our third LEGO City update, and we've got a lot of cool new scenes going on in our city. We have especially a lot of new cool LEGO Batman scenes for the LEGO Batman movie that's coming out soon, as well as a LEGO Batman comic convention going on downtown in our city. We also have a couple new special additions to our city, including the Assembly Square and kwik-e-mart. So let's get started.
Okay, so over here at the bridge, you can see that 8-Ball Man's car is no longer here, and there are two figs in its place, probably just coming to Stonybrick, and they're either dressed up as Magpie and Man-Bat, or they might actually be the real villains. I hope that's not who they are. And they're probably going to the Batman convention, and because of that convention, there's almost no room in the hotel at the cafe corner, and it's almost impossible to get a reservation at both locations of the Parisian restaurants.
Okay, back over here at the Arctic, you can see that at the edge of Stonybrick, the Arctic explorer that found the edge of the world is now exploring down there, and he has some elves to help bring him some more rope to get deeper into the vast area that has been unexplored. Up on the mountainside, you can see that the polar bear that was assisting Captain Cold in freezing the helicopter is now distracted by an Arctic explorer's bait, and Captain Cold has ventured to the top of the mountain by himself and is trying to freeze the helicopter. Down near the docks, you can see that these penguin photographers are trying to learn how to keep the penguins near them by waving fish at the penguins so that they can get good photos. And over at the coast, you can see that the Arctic explorer that was dangling over the shark is now safely back onto land, and these Arctic photographers have baited the shark so that the shark was distracted, and they saved him. And then, near the coast, you can see that Batman's big Batmobile is trying to get back to the mainland, but he has a lot of trouble because his Batmobile is really big. He was just finishing up doing some Arctic tests on the Arctic tundra. So he's trying to get back in time to make a special appearance at the Batman convention.
Over here at the shipwreck, looks like the robber and scuba diver are seeing who will get the gold, and Gollum is over there trying to get some too, probably. And then at the island with the robbers, looks like that police officer has managed to somehow train the scorpions to help him assist capturing those robbers. And it looks like that's working. And over here at the prison island, it seems like they've recaptured quite a few robbers, and they are back in the jail. There's a fishing boat down here, and they have continued to catch more fish like they were in the last update. So they've got a whole bucket full. And next to that, there's a robber's boat, and it's on fire, and this fireboat is putting it out. And up next to that, there's this other police boat, and the police officer in that boat has recaptured this prisoner, and they're heading back to the prison island. And he was the robber who stole the surfers' surfboards, and they got those back, so that's good. And the prisoner who escaped and was riding on the sharks fell off and is being captured by this Coast Guard fig. And then over here, there's a penguin riding on one of the penguin's boats, and I wonder where the penguin is himself.
Getting closer to the town, but still in the water, we have a giant Friends invasion, and they are coming on this plane, a ship, a couple small boats, and also a hot air balloon. They are the rivals of this town, and so they have been tracking where Stonybrick was because Lord Business was looking for a good deal on a hot dog stand and bought a friend's one and had it repainted, but there was secretly a tracking device on that hot dog stand, and so the friends tracked them down and are now trying to invade the Lego City. Down here you can see at the ice rink that these two skaters are some of the first people to find out about the invasion.
Looks like over here at the docks, some Lex Luthor henchmen are personally getting their cargo off the ship instead of having it delivered to them. And I think that cargo looks pretty unusual, so I wonder what he's doing with that. And then over here by the crane, you can see that Spider-Man is carrying 8-Ball Man farther into the city, and they're getting pretty close to the main downtown area. Moving into the town square, you can see that this is where we've decided to place the Assembly Square. I think it looks pretty nice there. And it's right in between the cafe corner and town hall. I think it really fits in, and there's a lot of great builds inside and out. The mariachi guys and the animal control person who were chasing the skunk have had no luck, so they're asking the gingerbread man to try and catch him because he's famous for being fast. And while that's all going on, the old firehouse truck once again cannot get to the scene, so the new fire truck got there first, and the problem was that President Business's cat was stuck in a tree. Moving over here in front of the old firehouse in the town hall, the Penguin is talking to President Business, and they are getting along pretty well, it looks like. I hope what they're talking about is not the Penguin becoming the owner of the Assembly Square. But he might just be dressed up for the Batman comic convention. And over here at the edge of the train yard, this Mr. Freeze is freezing this security guard who is running that pipe plant right there. And that man on top of the bike shop, I've never seen him before. He looks pretty strange, but he has just cloned Mr. Freeze, and we'll be showing you where the other Mr. Freeze is in just a second.
Moving into the downtown, here's the original Mr. Freeze. If you remember from the last video, he caught a train to get away from the secret agent. Turns out that train looped right back around, and the secret agent was waiting for him in the monorail. Looks like he might be losing his balance, and he might fall into the coal car. That would be good news for the secret agent. Back down this street, you can see someone who looks like Catwoman is speeding on this motorcycle, but no one really knows if she's the real Catwoman because of the Batman convention. So no one is afraid of her.
Over here, looks like this fake is selling food, and it's right in front of the Grand Emporium. And looks like he's making a lot of money from the amount of cash in that box. He might even be making more money than the workers at the Grand Emporium. Down here are the two street sweepers who finished up cleaning the porta potty mess from Hulk and the construction worker. And down here where that happened, they left this person with the broom to finish the job up, and he's sweeping the rest into the sewer. And up here, looks like Superman is leaving from fighting with Batman, and Iron Man and Captain America are seeing that something is going on in the Avengers Tower that they didn't know about.
Down on top of Al's barbershop, looks like a Kabuki twin and Calendar Man are hanging out on there, and the twin is checking what day it is.
Looks like President Business has installed some new parking meters, and quite a few people have already parked there. You can see on one end, someone probably going to the Batman comic convention has parked their Batmobile right here, and they are hurriedly trying to pay for the parking and get over to the convention. And then this driver who owns the race car was fresh out of change, and he has to use this $100 bill.
Over here on the apartment on the top floor, you can see there's an archer who has shot a rope all the way across the street to the brick bank. Looks like this robber from the brick bank that was robbing it after landing a hot air balloon on it is now trying to climb across to safety in the apartment, but looks like this secret agent is hot on her trail. And then back in the corner, the Palace Cinema is now showing the Lego Batman movie, so we'll give you a closer look on that. Okay, so this is a different angle of the city, and it'll help us show you the Lego Batman themed areas of the Palace Cinema. So down here you can see that there is a Lego Batman advertisement in the window, and up on this sign you can see that the Lego Batman movie is now showing. And there are a lot of Lego Batman minifigs that probably came to the city for the convention, but are now trying to get in line to get to the front of the line for seeing the Lego Batman movie instead. And you can see that Joker, or someone dressed up as Joker, is shooting this Batman dummy to pass the time. And just since we're showing you this area of the city, we'll show you a couple more things that are back here. So down here you can see that we have our pub with the monorail running on top of it. And then over here you can see we have a little Brick and Donuts shop with a small cheap apartment on top of that. And it's especially cheap because the monorail's running right by it. And then back behind these two places, you can see that we have a lot of Legos set up for us to build our giant Lego museum mock. So let's get back to the rest of the overview.
Moving towards the airport, looks like the Riddler in his race car has just come around this corner, but is now surrounded by the army squadron that was down helping with Hulk and the construction man. And then moving in front of the brick bank, you can see that this police officer and detective are interrogating this Fig. And if you didn't already figure out from the last video, this is Alpha Brick. And me, Bravo Brick, and my little brother Charlie Brick are in our brand new SIG rig, and we're going to see what's going on with Alpha Brick. And then over here, next to the Ghostbusters firehouse, you can see these two crooks are about to be arrested for using Mega Bloks without permission. And then these police officers are trying to figure out what to do with Hulk. Looks like this one decided to try to build a cage, but that's not really working. But it seems like it is working better than these police officers trying to build handcuffs for him. And you can see that they have got handcuffs on the construction worker, And this photographer has been videoing the whole project. And the Batman Comic Convention has rented out the Avengers Tower for their party. So you can see all those figs dressed up, having a great time up there. And there's a very long line to get inside. Looks like at the front of the line there's Scarecrow, dressed up as a pizza delivery man. And he's trying to convince the security officer that they ordered pizza for the convention. Looks like Chief Wiggum from The Simpsons is helping out with security.
Taking a closer look at the Batman Comic Convention, you can see that the top floor is where everything's happening, and inside you can see that there is Rock and Roll Batman playing some music, and there's a nice little bar with some figs that are dressed up, getting a drink, and then in the far corner, you might be able to spot a nice little battering stand where people can buy some batterings. Out on the deck, you can see that there are a lot more people hanging out. There's this nice big Batman sign hanging over the archway. You can also see that some figs are playing a Batman version of cornhole. Looks like they're having a blast. And then up on the very top of the roof, there are a few more figs that are, looks like, making some bets on how much of their gear actually works. Next to the Avengers Tower, you can see that now there's the kwik-e-mart, and the Avengers are really happy about that because they can get a nice, quick, easy snack. And also, because yet again the Quinjet was at a loss for a place to land, now they can land the Quinjet on the top of the kwik-e-mart.
And near the corner of the kwik-e-mart, you can see some more villains, including Kite Man, the second Kabuki twin, and also Joker, and another clone, which is another Joker, and he is talking to Stay Puft on riding Terror Dog, probably asking if he can join the team.
Down next to the train station, you can see that R2-D2 is getting into a bit of trouble. He's going to investigate these two animals. Looks like C-3PO is yet again trying to stop him and keep him with him.
R2-D2, you know better than to trust a strange computer.
And then back at the gas station, you can see that Ghost Rider was zooming by and he accidentally got a flame on the gas station. But luckily, a firefighter was there just in time. There's nothing very new back at the airport. Just a lot of busy planes coming in and out. That's about it.
And then down by the train, taking the figs to the fair, there wasn't very much room inside the train, so they had to go on the top. Looks like near the back, this cave woman is eating all the food at this hot dog stand. And this clown has just thrown his pie at the ringmaster. I think the hot dog man is scared of the snake charmer's snake. And you can see this Chinese woman playing pass with a professional soccer player. And they're passing that soccer ball across to train cars. Looks like Tarzan has abandoned the train and he's going off to do something else instead. Wonder how that vine got there. For the most part, the rest of the figs are sitting down, but there is an auction at the front of the train. Looks like the overpriced coffee man is having an auction for coffee cups and coffee mugs, and a lot of people are interested in that. And then back behind that, you can see that the Banana SWAT team has finally captured Gorilla Grodd and how they did that was they called up the Jurassic World truck and they have tranquilized Gorilla Grodd. And walking into the police station, you can see there are all of the street racing figs, and looks like the fig who won is in the back and he's still holding up his trophy. Down by the second Parisian restaurant location, you can see that these figs have decided to try to bring in a lot of pizza, but the owner is saying that she will only have food eaten that was made in her restaurant. Moving to the end of the city and the carnival, you can see that this wrecking ball is taking down the start sign from the street racing, and this recycling truck is taking all that it can find, and they'll probably see what they can do with those materials. And then back behind this police car, you can see this long traffic jam trying to get past. But because of the wrecking ball, they can't get past right now. They'll have to wait.
Back here near the farm, you can see that there is now a new little pig farm, and there are a lot of pigs as well as a couple more farmers working on keeping them alive.
And then down here by the winter area, you can see that most of these shops are abandoned because everyone has decided to go to the carousel. Looks like Santa is next in line. And you can see that people are still working on Christmas festivities, and looks like that carriage that took the tree over is going back, and they have already set it up.
Near the edge of the forest area, you can see that the lava explorers are working hard to get as many crystals as they can. Looks like they're really busy. And you can see back past the lava explorers that there are a lot of construction workers and construction vehicles and equipment that are working on finishing up rebuilding the city. At least this part.
That about wraps it up for our third LEGO City overview. I hope you liked this video, and if you are new to our channel, make sure to go see our other overviews, and make sure that you see our new ones as well. If you liked some of the scenes in this, please watch our next ones to see the progression. And once again, if you like this video, please like and give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks guys, bye.